that good? Anyway, so there's been this thing that's been blowing up that I've seen everywhere, and people are calling it whipped coffee. It's been all over TikTok. I did some research, and apparently, I hope I'm doing this correctly. I tried to check my sources. It's called Dalgona coffee. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's really, really popular in South Korea. But essentially what it is a 1-to-1 ratio of instant coffee and then cane sugar and then hot water, and you whip that for a really long time, and it creates this really like whipped cream textured coffee that you can then spoon over cold milk. So I really want to give it a try. I promise you, I have not made it until right now. Like, I did a little research on like what ratios I should use, but besides that, I've never tried this before, and we're gonna see how it works. I have instant coffee, instant coffee, and then I have cane sugar, and I'm gonna get some super hot water here in a minute, and apparently I'm just supposed to whisk it. Like, that's it, and it's supposed to make whipped coffee, and the texture just looks immaculate, so we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so here I have 2 packs of instant coffee, which I think is roughly like maybe like a tablespoon and a half. I have the same amount of cane sugar, and then I have a bunch of hot water. I'm gonna try to put in about a teaspoon. It said it should just barely like cover the coffee and sugar, so okay, let's do it. Ready? And put sugar. It's supposed to start whisking it, so I have no concept of how long this is supposed to take. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have an electric whisk at some point, but you know, it's okay, because this is an opportunity for us to chat and talk and get to know each other better. What if I have a spoon? Dear cameraman, there's a spoon right behind you. Do you mind grabbing it? It's by the scissors on the shelf behind you. Go get it. Go get it. Can you get it? Please? I can't do this forever, and the sound is driving me crazy. Okay, go. So the TikTok video I was looking at is this one. It's by I'm Hannah Cho. It has 1.6 million likes on it. So she has the coffee, the sugar, hot water, and then she just starts whisking it. And honestly, like, that looks pretty similar. So I think we're on the right path right now. Dude, it's definitely getting thicker. This is good. I just want it to be like whipped cream. Like, if I can get it to be like whipped cream texture, I'm gonna be so happy. Also, this arm is gonna be so buff at the end of this. Bye-bye. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's fine. None of these are the right tools. We already know that. Thank you. Okay, we definitely have like a thick layer on top, but this bottom layer hasn't stayed. I don't know. She made it look like peanut butter. I don't know how she made the texture look like peanut butter. Is this relaxing? I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're on the right track. Like, I feel like there's too much hot water in it. We can stop rolling for now. We'll come back when it's a little bit more whisked. Commercial break, ideally. You could stop. You could stop now. I'm gonna lose it. So, I've been whisking this one for like 10, 15 minutes now. This is where we've gotten to. We have this like cool foam on top, but it's still super, super liquidy underneath, and I think it's all supposed to be this kind of foam. So, we're gonna start over again. I have the same, this is about 2 tablespoons, I think, of instant coffee, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm just gonna add less water. Now I have my fork here again. This automatically seems like less, which I think is good. It's fine, it's fine. Whew, okay. I'm gonna see if we have a better tool real fast. Better tool, we have this really, really old matcha whisk. We used this for so long, and it's just kind of a backup now, but I think it'll be a better tool. My hand has never moved faster than it is right now. Sonic the whisking hand. Please subscribe. I'm sorry, it's so messy. I'm not usually this messy. I'm very sorry, everyone. This was supposed to be an aesthetic video, and I was gonna layer really nice foamy coffee on top of cold milk. But instead we have this, and maybe that's a little bit better. So look how fast my hand is moving. Look at this. Get in nice and close. Look at that. It's the whole, you can always add, but you can't take away. And I think I just added way too much up front before. This is so much better. Okay, this is actually working. This is great. Imagine if I didn't start the second batch. Imagine if I was still whisking that first failed batch. Just think about that for a minute. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to spooning this onto some milk. Like, it's not the whipped cream, peanut butter looking texture, but I think we're looking pretty good here. It's a nice light color. So I'm gonna give this like a minute more of whisking, and then we're gonna get out a cup and some ice and some cold milk, and we're gonna spoon this on top of it and see what it tastes like. This is the color we have so far. So it is a nice peanut buttery color. If you put the whisk through it, you can see that has, honestly, it is pretty thick. It's not as fluffy, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's good. Okay, this is whipped coffee with cold milk and a little 8-ounce, and we're gonna give it a final taste test. Honestly, that's so good. Like, I know I was complaining about how long it took, but if you had an electric whisk and you want to make yourself an iced latte at home and all you have is like sugar, instant coffee, and milk, this is so dang good. Like, it's super fluffy. When you drink it, it kind of feels like you're, I don't even know how to describe it. It's really sweet. The mixture on its own, super concentrated. It tastes like a really fluffy, like super sweet, like espresso. Like, it has the punchiness of espresso to it. But mixed in with the milk, like, this tastes like, it honestly reminds me of like partially melted like coffee ice cream, like a Haagen-Dazs like coffee ice cream. Like I would drink this every day if I could, and I might from now on. So I would give this a very solid like 8 out of 10. I'm knocking some points off for effort. But if you have a matcha whisk sometime and or an electric mixer of some sort, I think this would be really, really good. But as far as this whipped coffee recipe goes, would drink again with some adjustments to the methodology. So that's my review. I hope that was enjoyable for you to watch. I make videos on here every week, so feel free to subscribe. The more you subscribe, the more likely I am to do things like this, and you can watch my pain some more. Like the video if you like it. You know the drill. I make videos on TikTok every single day, Morgan Drinks Coffee, so be for sure to follow me there. I'm on Instagram, Morgan Drinks Coffee, Tiny Latte Girl on Twitter, which I use occasionally if you want to interact with me. So yeah, I'll see you next time. I am on my way to go finish this, so goodbye. Surprise. Okay, so this is a little update. So this is the next day, and I decided to try this experiment again with the whipped coffee because I had a lot of time, and I think I've been whipping it now with the matcha whisk again for the past like 30 minutes. And I want to show you. So as you can see, it's a much lighter color. We already have like stiff peaks essentially forming. It's really taking a while to come off the matcha whisk, and I think this is actually what we were supposed to be making the first time. I just thought since I was doing it actually correctly, I might as well show you. So I'm doing the same thing. I did a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar and then the instant coffee, and then I added a little bit less water than before, and after about 30 minutes of hand whisking, I think I'm getting the right consistency. So I'm gonna finish whisking this up to see if I can get it to actual stiff peaks, and then we'll make it into another drink and give it a try. And I'm really excited that it's working. I was getting so fed up yesterday. This is super exciting.